Greetings, fellow Gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru. This is Count Jackula, and today we're going to talk about The Parenting from director Craig Johnson, an HBO Max original, or I guess Max original these days. And the first thing you're going to notice about this movie is that it's got a hell of a cast. We got Brian Cox, we got Lisa Kudrow, we got Parker Posey, we got Dean Norris, and we got Edie Falco, a regular who's who of very famous people, not just from famous TV shows, but also just some famous actors in general.
Yeah.
The second thing you're going to notice about this movie is that it is essentially Meet the Parents meets The Haunting. It is a haunted house movie set during a situation in which a couple are introducing their in-laws to each other. Now, they're not quite in-laws yet. It's actually part of the plot that they haven't gotten married yet, but there's the potential of a ring being sprung over the course of this movie. And the third thing you're going to notice about this movie is that the couple in this movie, at the center of this movie, are a queer couple. It's two men.
It's very gay.
It's very gay. I had a blast with this movie. It is a campy horror comedy that doesn't take itself too seriously, but has a good balance of both the comedy and the horror parts.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's horrifying at times.
For me, the highlight of the movie is Brian Cox.
Brian Cox is great. I can't believe they got him to play this role.
Yeah.
This is a role where Brian Cox literally will get possessed at one point in the movie and just start screaming about how small his cock is.
Yeah. Look at my dick. Look at it.
It's fucking great. But there's other great parts in this movie too. The overall dynamic between the families is pretty well balanced. You have the rich family that's very stuck up. You have the middle class family, or I guess low class family, that are a little bit more working class. And so they are not as stuck up. Lisa Kudrow, I love watching her just play her loving but kind of clueless mom in this. And Dean Norris is great just playing the cool working class dad.
Yeah. He loves his son, supports him all the time, very much supports him.
He's like
really nice.
He's the dad we all think of when we think of the word dad joke.
Yes.
That's the kind of dad he is.
Yes.
And Edie Falco plays a pretty good job playing the bitchy mother-in-law, essentially.
Yeah.
Again, they're not married yet, but it is a plot point that one of them is going to spring a ring on the other before the movie's over. So
yeah.
But overall, this movie succeeds at everything it does. It's really funny. I love that the horror borders on like EC Comics creep show.
Oh yeah.
Kind of horror. You even get like the green lighting and stuff going on during certain scenes. There's a point in which a dog gets possessed.
Yes.
And it's fucking ridiculous, but it's also awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So warning, animal lovers, dogs die in this movie.
Yes, 100%. There is some dog death and dog possession in this movie. It's not necessarily the same dog either.
Right.
Because there's like 5 dogs in this movie.
Yeah, they're all like Pomeranians, so you're like, oh, they're not gonna make it.
Well, there's also the pussy sniffing dog.
Oh,
who's the bigger dog. That's
right.
actually the gay couple's dog. And they have that whole joke that the dog must be a lesbian.
Yeah.
If you like raunchy comedies and you like ghost stories and you also like any of the actors involved with this, you're probably going to have a good time.
Yeah.
It does a good job of all that stuff. Shout out to Parker Posey, who plays the creepy Airbnb owner who owns the Airbnb that they're staying at.
Yes.
She's great because she's perfect at playing like character who clearly has an ulterior motive and is bad at hiding it.
Yes. It is a really good who's who of like television actors.
Yeah. You got like Mrs. Soprano in this movie.
Yeah.
You have Lisa Kudrow from Friends, Dean Norris from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Brian Cox is also from Succession.
Yeah.
So you really do.
Yeah.
Many of these actors, with the exception of Lisa Kudrow, who's from Friends, are known for playing very serious roles.
Yeah.
And in this movie, they're just cutting loose and having fun.
Yes.
And I appreciate that, even when they're taking their role seriously.
Yeah.
Like Brian Cox takes his role seriously, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
And I love that it embraces its own campiness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if it didn't do that, the movie would not be nearly
exactly. It's like, no, this is about a gay couple. We're going to go full camp.
Yeah.
And it succeeds in that regard.
Another warning, because I know some people got to think about this, there is a lot of puking humor.
That's true. There is a lot of puke humor. It does not shy away from like the Evil Dead nasty stuff.
Right.
Almost Trauma-esque, but not quite as far as Trauma.
It doesn't go quite as far as Trauma,
No.
but it's clearly like, all right, how many frames can we do this before we've taken it too far?
It's true. With that said, like with a lot of horror comedies, it's really hard to talk about the movie without spoiling some of the best bits, so we're gonna move on to the spoiler section. This movie's currently available on Max. It's a Max original, so that's where you're gonna wanna watch it. I do not know if it's gonna be available on any other platform because I haven't seen Max originals migrate to other platforms.
No, Max originals don't tend to migrate.
It's like Netflix originals. They're only on Netflix.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna wanna check this out, you're gonna check it out on Max. Now with that said, let us move on to the spoiler section.
I did particularly like seeing the guy from Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Funny.
Yeah, he was having a great time in this. Absolutely. So spoilers, it's not actually a ghost, it's a demon that's haunting this place.
Yeah.
And the ghosts that they're encountering are actually the ghosts of the previous family that lived there that accidentally summoned the ghosts. Well, kind of accidentally. The daughter was friends with Parker Posey in the 80s, and they performed a seance and summoned this ghost.
Yeah, and accidentally summoned a demon.
Summoned a demon. It was accidental on the teenager's part, but not necessarily accidental on Parker Posey's part.
Yeah.
He is 100% a devotee to this demon. So the ghosts have been trying to stop them
from accidentally re-summoning the demon.
Because there's this great conceit, it's probably one of my favorite conceits in the movie, that the actual incantation to summon the demon back is actually the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi password.
So the characters are constantly on the verge of saying it whenever they're like, what's the Wi-Fi password? And the ghost will suddenly show up and stop them before they say it.
Yeah. Oh, you're trying to stop the demon from happening.
Yep.
And the ghosts are like, yes. Yeah, that didn't come across at all. Like,
but unfortunately, the demon has taken away like the ghost's face and shit.
Yeah.
So they can't communicate. They can only like show up and boogity boo.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think doing the full Exorcist crab walk was necessarily the best way to stop them.
To say hello.
To say hello. But then again, if they didn't do that, it wouldn't be a comedy.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite joke in this movie. The Brian Cox bits are great, especially when he's like screaming about his dick. Those are great. But my favorite joke in this movie is when one of the Pomeranians gets possessed and like the Dean Morris character, the dad joke dad, has this moment where he's just like, all right, you hold it and I'm going to shove my thumb up its ass.
What?
And the funniest part is it actually does work to distract the demons so they can do what they need to do.
It's that kind of movie.
The other thing that's a spoiler and is really cool is this movie does not skimp out on the demon itself. At the end of the movie, you get a full screen look at what the demon looks like. It looks like it's some sort of like bird creature.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking cool. Like an Egyptian god almost.
Yeah.
It's a movie that has a point in which Brian Cox stomps on a demon's head and yells, "My dick is big." So if you want to see a movie where Brian Cox stomps on a demon's head and screams, "My dick is big," this is the movie for you.
Yeah.
This is just a funny movie. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's a hilarious movie. It succeeds as a comedy. The horror bits are sufficiently horrific.
Yeah.
And, I just dug it.
Yeah.
After the last couple of movies we've watched have been basically 7s, this is a solid upper B, if not A.
Yeah. This is a solid 8-9.
You know, it's in that realm. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Oh, you can find me here on YouTube, where I stream every weekday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'd love to see you come down as I blab on and about horror movies, monsters, mad men, blood, guts, gore, titties. I talk about titties sometimes. I'm not. No, I just like big ass titties.
Fair.
What about you?
Y'all know me, I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me on various social media platforms, but these days, I primarily use Blue Sky, so follow me on there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're notified of our videos immediately upon their upload. And if you'd like to help out either of us more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you decide to go the Patreon route, even $1 a month can go a long way, but we will certainly accept more. And if you made it this far into the video, then I want you to comment below, and be sure to comment below using the hashtag #ThumbThermometer. use the hashtag thumb thermometer. That way I know. That way Jack knows. That way the whole world knows that you know the only way to defeat a possessed Pomeranian. By shoving your thumb up its ass.
I'm gonna stick my foot in his butthole.
And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, peace out, and we'll catch y'all later.